Good morning and evening and afternoon, my fellow watchers of the Sable Knights
Fellow
podcast.
watchers?
Yes, watchers. They are watching, Yaku.
Okay.
All
You
of
could
them.
just call them the audience.
Welcome, my audience, my Sable Knight audience. Welcome to
you
another
got to
podcast.
greet everyone. All 35 people of you.
Reading it up in the world.
Yeah, no, we are definitely.
We are climbing it up.
And like literally, I think like 34 of those were us.
Yeah,
okay.
basically. You know, my wife actually like commented and liked, I think, the first or second video.
Oh, really? What did she say?
I can't remember. I think she's just like, so cool. Oh, wow.
Really? Something so generic.
Oh, well, she doesn't actually watch podcasts at all.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't.
Well, you don't watch them. You listen to them.
Watch. So she like loves to watch things. So
Oh, okay.
watching it on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Good.
She can't just listen. So if she wants to listen, music. If she wants to like hear
Got you.
information, it's watching. So
She wants to hear information.
yeah, if she wants to,
Watching.
if she wants to like take in information,
I got
it's
you.
watching.
Got
But she's more of a like keeping up with the Kardashians.
Like a
Desperate-
reality.
She's in love now with what? Desperate Housewives. She loves that show. So when I get home, some nights I walk into the house, and then I walk into the living room, and I just put all my bags down, and then I just hear the TV. I just look left. I see her there
Yeah.
on the couch. Pitbull, Dashan, and Jack Russell on a blanket. She's sitting there.
Awesome.
Bowl of chips. Just
Nice.
chowing. I'm like, what you watching? She's like, Desperate Housewives. I'm like,
Nice. Yeah. No, my wife is also she's absolutely in love. Yaku in love with me.
you say, money's not what love me.
What?
Right.
No,
Cheers.
you're in love with you, Shane.
Oh, but that's true. That's true. I see it. Love.
Thank
It's
you.
the hearts floating everywhere, though.
Thank you.
No,
Thank
but
you, Yaku.
for me now, when it comes to like taking in things like the podcast, she watched it. She was like, she's not.
Did you
really,
like it though?
She liked it. She says she doesn't really watch podcasts, but she actually enjoyed it.
Again, you don't watch podcasts. Who
She doesn't watch. So
watch
YouTube.
YouTube. Okay.
So
got you.
she doesn't really like watch or listen to things like that, information or podcasts in
Okay,
general.
like more entertainment stuff.
yeah, she's more into like Facebook scrolling, see funny things.
yeah, like
and
those
stuff.
kind of
She
stuff.
enjoys that, tagging you on Facebook. So she actually commented, I was like, did you actually watch it? She's like, yeah, I actually did. And what do you think? She's like, it was pretty cool. It was pretty nice. I was like,
No, I don't think our stuff is too shabby for first time kind of stuff.
no, I mean,
It's pretty cool.
think about it. Like, this is us starting out in the podcast, starting out with, information and having fun, just chatting. A lot of people just don't do it at all. Choo-choo me. Choo-choo. Well done.
Sorry.
What I was doing, so we were talking about the podcast. I was like, what is things that you find interesting? If you were like to watch a podcast, what do you find interesting? She says she loves it when people do like top 10, like things like a rating,
okay.
rankings and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. And because I was curious, I was like what are like the top 10s in the world? Things that are like ranked.
Yeah.
It's weird, some things that that get ranked. Like there's some of the things I really enjoyed.
Oh, you
'cause
have something there? Okay.
I actually have a few things here. So there's some things I really enjoy. So I enjoy a lot of like military things and stuff like that. But then I go and I was like, okay, you get like weird stuff. You get like the top 10 weirdest jobs.
What are they?
So I was like top 10
But
weirdest
nothing
jobs.
like weird. Not, yeah, well, it's weird, but nothing like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing like, just skip them.
Just
Just go like,
Is this? I don't know. I'll read the
top
description
6
myself.
weirdest job. And then move on.
So this one is blank. And next, so top 10 weirdest jobs, right? Professional sleeper.
What the?
A Finnish hotel, so a hotel in Finland, employs a full-time professional sleeper. He or she sleeps in a different room each night and critiques the comfort of beds to improve the guest's experience.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but like, here's the question, right? Because, people watching this are going, oh, so I can get like paid a lot of money to sleep somewhere. No, probably not.
No. I
Yeah.
don't I actually
You probably get paid like pennies. Like not much. Like not at all. You probably get paid in food.
So
No.
So,
No.
So.
No!
NASA. So professional sleepers, right? NASA posts
No.
ads for professional sleeper jobs.
No.
As the space agency preps for travel to Mars,
Jaco, I swear.
it studied the effects on the human body of
Jaco?
lying still for a long time.
Jaco.
Okay, so what? You don't want to hear what they actually
How
got paid?
much?
Okay, so volunteer got paid 12,000 euros to catch Z, so sleep, for 70 days.
12 grand euros.
What is the euro
What's the
to
exchange
rand
rate?
exchange rate now? 12,000. So 70 days. That's two and a half months. So 60 plus 10, yeah, almost two and a
So you're
quarter.
trying to tell me that there are people out there that studied for 7 years, right? 7, 8, 9 years to get their doctorate.
I doubt
Okay.
you study for this shit though. Okay, let's say they study. Let's say they study
Right.
for it. Okay.
And they are able to go home, look their parents in the eyes. God just got paid 12 grand.
For what?
Sleeping. Mom starts trying to whack them with something because she gets the wrong idea.
Sleeping.
How much is it?
Almost 240,000.
240,000 rand for 70 days. That's like, you said 240,000. That's like
237,000.
That's like 240,000 rand more than I would pay someone to sleep.
Oh, pay. It's like,
No, it's like 240,000 rand more than I would pay anyone ever to sleep.
I'll just be like, I'll cover your food. That's all.
Yasam.
It's just, but no, these oaks are sleep scientists. So, yeah, that's.
Oh, okay, but sleep scientists, okay.
Oh, you see,
they
you
were
can't
probably,
criticize
okay. But they probably aren't like, you just some oak.
I'm
and you
ju-
pitch
I'm
up.
just-
Yeah,
no.
like I said, scientist.
No, I'm just making the scientist part up. They just said volunteers, that's the word, volunteers got paid 12,000 to sleep for 70 days on their way to like testing
What else
for Mars.
weirdest job?
Okay. A panda fluffer.
Yeah, those are cool. I saw those, yeah. That was actually
Isn't
pretty
that
cool.
like they groom the pandas?
No, I don't know. But they have like these people, shame, because pandas are kind of dumb, right? So they have like these people taking care of their pandas. It's very cute. Yeah,
That's
like
actually cute.
watching panda bears and then red pandas. If you ever want to like go, oh, just go check out, Google it. Red pandas. They are like literally so somehow they are magically gonna put up a red panda right here in the thingy. Here's a red panda.
Oh, those things are
There's
cute.
a red panda right
Those things
there.
are cute.
Very cute. Maybe put one in where he like falls over now. Right, there we go.
Here we go. It's just so classic.
Right? So that's pretty much.
So,
Yeah,
I'm just-
Justin just kicked our camera, which kind of sucks.
I was about to scream like earthquake, and there's just like one camera. It's just you.
What else, Jacos,
So-
on the list?
But like,
So,
So-
panda. So we got professional sleeper, panda fluffer. That's something I can.
yeah, panda
I
fluffer's
can
not
do that.
not as like highly paid. I mean, it's
It
still a
doesn't matter.
bear.
Paid. Weirdest jobs.
Weirdest jobs. Okay, teddy bear repair technician.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. Okay.
No, you get weird people. A procurer. So, US Brits.
Procure.
A queue, like
Oh,
standing
like standing
in
in
a queue.
queues.
Yes.
Yeah, but we got a company that stands in our queues for us,
What is like what?
saving you time. Okay, imagine
What's the
you
company's
gotta
called?
go get. No, I'm not gonna say the company's name. Q no more. Imagine the company's name.
It's like
Imagine.
sponsored by.
No, not supposed to be them. No, but it's like it saves you so much time. If you gotta go do. Okay, think about this. We gotta go get.
So like
some,
at Home Affairs,
yeah, they stand in the
What?
queue for you.
queue for you.
So you queue no more.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so like all of our all the company vehicles, their license, their registration thingies, all sorts of paperwork and stuff like that. Like they stand in the queue for you, and it's not really that expensive at all. But they like have many customers, and they take everything at once, and they go and do everything at
Oh,
once.
so they take like the day. So they would book like a few days maybe.
But that's what they. But it's proper like company, like a proper company. You should see the guy. He's like jacked.
You
the
get paid
owner.
to just stand in the queue.
basically.
Just be patient.
I don't know the workings of being a person that
That's
is
so
a queuer, a pro queuer.
That's so.
What else is there?
So you get a professional mourner.
That's
So you
It's like a counselor.
no mourner as in you be sad for someone.
Yeah,
And no
mourn,
profession in China.
mourn is like mourning the death. Yeah.
Yeah, As well as some African and Middle Eastern countries, this job now exists in the UK, earning €45. Sorry, so UK, so pounds or euro. So let's just say euro or pounds per hour.
Yeah, what are you? No, that's a lot of money. What else?
Okay, so golf ball diver. Okay,
Yeah,
that I know. That I know.
Yeah, that's
that I
pretty
know.
cool. Yeah.
Okay, that is like a pro car watcher. We just call it a
Yeah, God.
car.
These aren't weird at all.
These are okay. So this is apparently in the US this is weird. For $10 US Costa Rican Curacaros watch your car. So that is the like description.
Yeah.
And make sure it stays where you parked. It's a car guard, man. Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
What else is there?
Okay, acoustics consultant. With an
What else
average
is there?
starting salary of 18,000. Roof snow cleaner. Okay, that's okay. Chief listening officer.
All these things sound like government jobs.
It's like now we know the government is weird.
Because you went like professional sleeper. That sounds like something they do in Parliament, right? You know, you say
Basically.
professional something fluffer, right? It's kind of like somebody in Parliament's, sugar baby. And then you said, what's the other one that you said?
Which there's a
The
few.
third one?
Teddy bear repair technician.
Teddy bear. I don't know about that. It's probably like, that's gotta cost like 150,000 Rand in South African tender. What else?
Okay, then we have so the chief listening officer at 60,000.
Yeah, that's like the
plus.
sign language guy, isn't it? The other day, that sign language guy that faked it, that doesn't know how to do sign language.
I'll just be like,
Yeah, the professional listener.
Well, for him enough to jump into the grave.
That's weird.
oh my goodness.
So there's someone that
That's
right,
so
this
like
is what,
extra
I don't know
pay
if the
for
mic picked that up.
dramatic effect.
So Justin explained to us, where's this? UK.
I don't know.
Wherever it is, it's messed
This
up.
is it. This is the
You
profession.
pay him to go to a funeral to cry. And if
No,
you,
that's-
your funeral and cry. And if you pay him enough, he'll jump in the grave.
The shit part about that is like you can't really review his performance. You did.
You can't give him a bad rating.
You
anything.
can't. You're like, you better jump in my grave. Like Justin says, you better. The guy would jump in the grave. You pay me
Yeah.
enough. Okay. How would you know?
You dead.
You did. Like, I'm not satisfied with your performance. Like, why are you alive? It's just
Exactly.
like you did. Oh wow.
Okay, what else you got on your list?
Okay, find your fit. These are like weird things. So now, well, the best part is like after you search weird jobs, they're like, you looking for a job? No. Like, no. Indeed. Well, I mean,
Well, what's the
sleeper.
other one called? It's
LinkedIn.
Indeed.
LinkedIn.
Indeed.
Pnet.
Pnet.
There we go.
No, like Pnet.
Pinet. Bra. Sê my waar ek jy weet Mikkom. Mikkom gooi hom.
What else is there?
Those are the top 10
No.
like strange jobs. It's like weird top
But
so-
what sparked the top 10 thing? Like, but something like,
I think for me it was more so we discussed about, she loves so with my wife jumping around shows. She was like, it's like one of my top favorites. I was like, so what's your top favorites? Then she was like, started ranking, like top this, and I was like, okay.
got you.
So why do you rank your things? I'm just always like, it's a good movie.
Nice.
It's like one of the good movies. Like I like this game. I like this show. I like this. I like it. It's like tops. That's all I would say. But she was like, this is like my favorite. This is like my top 10. So, okay. What top 10s are there? Like what weird things are there? And then with us now in being the spirit of like the rugby that was played yesterday, the Boks winning like 29-28.
Yo.
Thank goodness.
Yaku, that was a rough game. That's why
was.
my voice sounds so funny. I was screaming so much.
Sounds the same.
Oh, to me it sounds weird because it hurts when I talk.
I was like, it probably feels weird.
Oh, yasam. No, it was a rough game. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, my poor neighbors, because they all Saudis, so none of them watch rugby. I don't know what English people do for a living, but, they don't watch rugby. What kind of a South African does not watch rugby?
You'd be surprised. I mean, Bernadette,
Yeah.
my wife.
No.
Okay.
Yaku.
Don't say the name.
Yaku. Does she not watch rugby?
She did not.
Nia!
Well, I came into her life. I saved her. So she never watched she hated sports in general.
Yeah.
She never participated in
But
sports.
the Springboks playing.
Yeah. She never watched Formula One. She never knew about Formula One as well. She's
Yeah,
she's
that's
hooked on it.
understandable.
But rugby, she never got
No,
she never got the like fever. I was like, okay, let's start watching rugby.
If she says I don't like cricket, I go, I'm with you on that.
I get you.
I get you. She says golf, I go, you know what? You're pushing your luck.
Yeah, it's like,
And if she says rugby, I don't watch rugby.
get out of the house. Get out of the house.
Please do me a favor, Jaco and Bernadette, please pack your stuff up
And,
go.
Go. But what about the bra? I don't care. Leave your meat, but go. Get out of the house.
As an important side note there, y'all.
Yeah. You can't just walk out. You brought the meat. Sorry. This is your penalty for not watching rugby.
Yeah.
Leave your damn meat.
And if you watch rugby, you know what is a penalty.
you know, like what's the penalty? Nah, go watch the game.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah.
So I wanted to talk about, can I tell you something?
Please
Or you
do.
wanted to still say something?
Well, I wanted to say I was blessed actually.
Yeah.
So just to like say the fact that when we watched rugby,
Yeah.
we didn't have power last night.
Oh, nice.
So thank goodness for.
They switched the power off. That sucks, man.
Yeah, so I know this load shedding is like weird, the stage 2. So they try and be, what's the word, civil about it. So they're trying to like do load shedding in
It
these.
starts with an S as well,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not civil.
Yeah, shit. So they're trying to screw us with this whole thing. I think it's just, they think they're smart. So they're doing load
Who
shedding
thinks
more.
they're smart?
They, ESCOM.
I
Who
highly doubt they
else?
think they're smart.
I think they do. I mean, who else
think they
thinks
know that
that
they
just
dumb-
having a schedule is a smart thing?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we organize. Why? Got schedules, boy. It's just like schedules. We planned this. No, you didn't. You just play by ear. But so our powers. So sometimes it happens at the house. So our power's off sometimes every now and then. And then we know you just like we log our faults. I think our one neighbor, she's like so up like with fault logging. ESCOM says load shedding stops at 7:30,
Yeah.
7:31 on our WhatsApp group at our like. No, she's like fault logged. And I was like, yes, some chick. It's like takes you 5 minutes to log a fault. 1 minute passed. Fault log. She already typed it in. She's like, this power better go on, otherwise send. She's like, fault log. Here's the reference number. I'm like, yes, okay. And then I think ESCOM knows it's her. Because as soon as she logs fault, they're like, ESCOM says they're on their way. They don't show up immediately. They just say they're on their way. It's like, it's her again. It's just take your time. So the power was off. Load shedding, I think, was later that night as well.
Shame your poor neighbors, man.
Why?
Power is off.
Yeah. So yeah, that was sad. So we have so we live in farmland. So I hear the generators going off,
Oh.
and then no, not our neighbors, like next, like
yeah.
the next
Yeah.
property.
Property, yeah.
So our whole like neighborhood, like the small, let's
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
this gated community that we are.
Yeah.
None of them had power.
Yes, that sucks. Except you, though.
Well, I had power. Though. My one neighbor was like, so, what's the score? He just hears me
man.
shouting, and then he also got like a small UPS.
Yeah.
And then he like hooked it up, and then eventually both of us were shouting, but
Shame,
he has like
man.
this small thing. And then when I was like shouting because we won, he's gave up already.
Oh, shame,
and then he asked me
man.
like, what was the score? Then I walked over. I was like,
Yes, that is tough.
that
man.
is sad. That's why you gotta plan ahead. You gotta have something. If you don't have something, I mean, I get it. Yeah, Sable Energy, we like up and coming, we're going, and it's like since 2020 we're like really starting to like
Yeah.
make an impact. The sad part is load shedding hasn't been here just since 2020. If you haven't already realized it, the day you said in 2020, oh, load shedding will get better. How's that going for you?
But you know what is kind of rough, eh? $950 could have solved his problem. That's it. $950 a month.
Tell me more.
I shall thusly. All right.
I shall
let's
listen
start.
intently.
So we brought out the rent to own, as you know.
Let's go, boys.
Brought it out today. Officially, it launched. So we've basically what we're gonna do is we have I have just a short list of some items, right? These are some popular items, smaller size units. So we're not talking about the big stuff like off-grid systems and stuff, although we definitely do those, right? These are some of our most popular units. Smaller units, these are really affordable, Yaku.
No.
On our smallest units, up to 60 months, right? This is a rent to own. Now, what makes our rent to own different?
Okay, yeah.
I was actually speaking to, I remember going through the pricing and I go, okay, this is pretty competitive, right? But I don't know how some, like I've heard some company prices, they are like slightly cheaper, like a couple $100 cheaper. And I go, how do they like do their thing?
There's not a lot of companies that do
Yeah.
rent to own. I also watched the few.
And then we investigated.
Okay.
And then this following thing was discovered. So I remember I was speaking to someone, and so they pay close to 2,000 Rand a month for a
Okay.
system.
What
2,000 Rand a month
What size is
for
this?
5 years. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
2,000 Rand a month they pay for this system.
Okay. 5 years.
It's valued
Okay.
at 170,000 Rand. For 5 years, they're going to pay 2,000 Rand a month. And I go, damn, that's not bad. That's kind of okay. It's not a bad price. Until he said the following, Yaku, get this,
Okay.
right? He said, after the 5-year term, we have two choices. We can keep the system and buy it, or
Well, wait. And buy it.
yeah,
What you been paying for?
I know.
Okay.
We can keep the system and then we have to buy it, or we can choose to not keep the system and then pay 20,000 Rand to get it uninstalled, right?
Yeah.
So they will pay 2,000 Rand a year, and every single year, 2,000 Rand a month, and every single year it will go up with whatever percent, interest rate or whatever. And then by the end of the 5 years, if they want to keep the system, they have to pay 170,000 Rand.
So they had it made no dent to the actual
Zero.
value.
I
I'm
know, right?
speechless.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I said as well, because I mean, if you think about that, that's like some house owners, or not house owners. Okay, so some people that are like selling their house. I heard this concept before. So my one cousin, they live in a house. So short backstory: before me and Bernadette lived in our own house.
Yeah.
Now we went through a few places. So as I started out, we didn't have like our own place. So me and my wife, back then just my fiance, we lived at my cousin's house. Beautiful house, like beautiful. I think it's like 5 bedrooms. So he like works on the mines. He has his own mining company. He's a contractor. So got the money. Beautiful house. I think the rent, he mentioned something, was 28,000 Rand to 30,000 Rand a month.
Yeah.
Rent with the option to buy.
Yeah.
And also the same concept. They have been living there for 12 years now.
Yeah.
Renting.
Yeah.
12 years now. Paying what? Let's say they started off 23,000. So 12 years.
Yeah.
Almost, let's say 30,000 Rand a month now, which makes sense. Okay. The house is valued.
Even if they just paid 20,000 Rand.
It's rough.
I will, you know what I will do
12
for
years.
you, Yaku? I will grab my calculator and I will say 20,000 Rand times 12, right? Which is 12 months in a year.
And times 12.
Times 12. That's 2.8 million Rand that they have paid already. And here's the thing. Because I'm assuming that the owner goes, yo, I mean, you can buy it. Like, let's say the house is worth $3 million.
Literally 3.3.
So, okay, but call it $3 million.
Okay.
They've paid, call it 2.8 million Rand already.
Yes.
If they want to buy that house today, they're not going to pay 200,000 Rand. They're going to pay 3 million Rand.
Literally, and every year it goes up, the value of the house.
And this is what our competition is doing.
Yes.
And then you go, oh, this is not a bad deal. You know, they can pay a little bit less. They can pay a couple $100 less or $1,000 less on a bigger system. Why would I opt for this? I'll tell you why. Because at the end of our term, you actually own the thing, right? I mean, you can get essentially something like a 5 kVA, 5 kilowatt in the 8 solar panel range, something like that, for around $3,000 a month.
Just.
You pay 72 months, right? Once it's done, it's your property. You own it. You own it.
That's like a system though. 8 panels.
Yeah.
That's a flipping like a system. I mean, the best part about it for me now is like what I love about the systems is that how you can expand on it. So let's say now 5 years, so 60 months, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you're saving all of the money that you would be spending on electricity, because 8 panels produce quite a bit per month that you can save.
Yeah.
Now all the money you have saved, instead of spending it on electricity, because I mean,
Yeah.
it's a pretty good deal, you would be able to expand
Yeah.
and expand
Yeah.
and expand and invest into a constant power generation,
Yeah.
constant, sufficient, uninterrupted power supply to your house, which is much more than ESCOM
Yeah.
could ever be for you. at this
Our
stage.
ROI still, like I said before, right? It's not about like how you get it done. The point is to make a plan and let us help you make a plan to get it done, right?
Just start.
So I will give you so for example, right? Our rent to own options financially, the ROI is 6 to 7 years. So call it max 7 years, worst case scenario. 7 years, you got your money back in your pocket. Your system is paid off, right? The money that you paid for a rental fee, a rent to own option, right? The money that you're paying per month as a premium is kind of similar to what you're paying on electricity.
Basically.
But instead of just chucking it away anyway, now you're using that money rather to pay off a solar system.
And let's not forget the actual like.
You're not going to stress yourself out. You're not going to like stretch yourself financially. You're going to pay pretty much similar rates that you're paying right now and rather get your power from solar.
Not to mention the small luxury, which is actually
having electricity.
Having electricity when everybody else is getting cut off. I mean, yeah, sure. Well, 5.5 can take most, like a lot of houses off grid, especially because now everybody's got gas stoves or solar geysers or, you know, all these, like, even if it's not gas, it's like these electric stoves. I don't know, you know what are those snappy chefs?
No, yeah.
They use like what? 1,000 watts?
Yeah.
Pretty amazing things. Those oaks, they're lacquer.
Just end it off with pretty amazing things.
No, it's
Go
lacquer.
to your closest Verimark.
Verimark. Get it in Verimark today. No, like for me, a snappy chef is cool. And when I found out how little it uses, in comparison to like normal stoves, that's a massive difference. And now a lot of people either have that or gas or like solar geyser, gas geyser.
Yeah.
A 5 kVA, a lot of people don't understand this. 5,000 watt.
That's a lot of watts.
That's a lot of watts. You're looking at a 5 kilowatt hour battery as well. Normal houses, we have said this, I mean, 1,500 to 2,000 watts like per hour. You like really pushing your consumption.
Under 1,000 watts.
Okay, so you're really pushing it if you're really pushing it.
My house is at like 650, almost 700 watts, somewhere there. And I've got a double door fridge, I've got a deep freeze, I've got the lights on, got the Wi-Fi, got the TV, got all that sort of stuff.
Okay, so
depends what appliances you have, obviously, but still, no.
So worst
Low
case, like
consumption.
1,000.
Call it 1,000 watts, right?
Okay. Most houses running on 1,000. 5 kVA is 5,000.
But then again, you cook, that kind of stuff. You cook. There's still a little bit of light. You cook. This thing can power up whilst there's still light outside.
Exactly.
You're cooking. Your food's done, whatever. It's just starting because not everyone is like us, Yaku. Not everyone the works when it's like when they leave work, it's dark, right? Most people get home and there's still light, right?
Especially in the summer.
So I mean, you cook, you eat your dinner, or whatever. You don't have everything on in your house. You know, you have your TV, a couple of lights, you got your fridges, stuff like that. It always stays on. That's
You're not in all the rooms at one time.
Runs throughout the entire evening.
Yeah, and that's a 5 kVA. I mean,
and that's not like a huge system compared to other systems that we sell.
Yeah, it takes most houses
kVA,
off grid.
10 kilowatts, so double the size. We sell 15 kVA, 10 kilowatts, 15 kVA, 20 kilowatts.
Even the 50
systems.
kVAs that we have.
We have 50 kVA. We have ginormous systems,
Massive,
which is way more than what you would ever need. But still, I mean, the point is starting because you can always what?
I love.
There was a little hair.
No, for me, when we said like these, like when you said massive systems, way more than you need. I spoke to a client today, right? Amazing conversation. Talk to her about, you know, what she's looking for, describes to me everything in the house, what she wants to run, you know. So she's running a house and a flat, like a lot of power that they're using. And I was like, okay, everything you're saying is like 10 kVA. 10 kVA, 10 kilowatt, 650 watt panels. I love 650 watt panels, like a size. You give me like 10 of those. Okay, so that's 6.5 kilowatts per hour you're getting from the panels, right?
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I gave her this system because it's a house and a flat, so it's two of the, and she wants to be like make sure it's complete. I was like, you can get a little less. She's like, no, that sounds good.
Even like Yaku, worst case scenario in like bad weather, if that solar array produces half of the power, that's still 3 times more than an average house.
I quoted her
That's
on this.
That's a lot.
I quoted her on this, right? With our maintenance plan, right, which is there's really getting a good traction on that as well on the maintenance. A lot of people are looking for this, even if they don't even buy a system.
Financial
from us.
sense.
It
Take
makes
a maintenance plan, and for the duration of the warranty, which is 8 years, you don't pay for anything.
It's like a motor plan. I mean, who doesn't want to buy a car with, you know, you don't have
maintenance
a
plan.
maintenance plan. You don't have to pay for services. You're literally like the same. That's a gold mine in a car. It's the same thing with our solar systems.
Yeah.
I gave her this. I gave her the full system with installation. So she's in, what was it? It's in Durban, KwaZulu-Natal.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Uppington, Northern Cape.
Okay.
So she's in Uppington. And I quoted her on this system with our travel cost, everything. Literally us doing everything.
Yeah.
Total cost of ownership, 184.
That's not bad.
Okay. The guy that quoted her, because you said like people are like, it's not necessary. The guy that went to her house and quoted her, which is sad because people take advantage of people. That's how I feel. They're taking advantage of this whole, of what's going on in South Africa. So they're trying to like squeeze pennies out of people.
Those
It's rough.
people are like, what? If they're lucky, they're in business for a year.
Exactly.
And then they're gone.
The guy, she sends me the quote he sent. Okay, so
How much?
not just that. First, before
Same system or not?
so I quoted her on a 10 kV 10 kilowatt, right?
Yeah, that's big.
Later, I went and I matched the same exact system. So he went massive. I matched the same system, and we still went. I still came in with us, with traveling, everything in Uppington. This guy's local in Uppington. He quoted her. First of all, I'm not going to say what he quoted. I'm going to say where he quoted on his phone.
Ach.
In notes
Ach, no, man.
on an iPhone.
Ach, no, man.
You know how I know? Because it was a screenshot. The battery, the Wi-Fi was there.
Ach,
the
no,
notes,
man.
He sends it with like the main title of the company's name and then her name, like colon.
Ach, no, man.
The client's name. Yeah. And the best part, 301,000 Rand was the quote. Because he quoted her on a 16 kVA Sunsync system, 20 kilowatt hour
For a
batteries
house.
for
Isn't
a
that a
house
little bit big?
and a granny flat.
I mean, like the kilowatt, okay, fine, but I mean, like, something that's an industrial unit. But okay. 16 kilowatt.
I explained everything to her as well.
Okay.
20 kilowatt hour batteries.
Okay.
Okay. 21 545 watt panels.
Awesome.
21. That's it. I did the math. That's 11,444 watts per hour produced by these panels at peak performance, right? That's a lot of power. That's so much.
That's way too much.
It's way too much. I told her like our manufacturing doesn't even
What does
run.
she have? Does she have like
No.
indoor pool
No.
and
She has a pool.
aircons and
A pool, a small koidam.
yeah.
She has fridges, freezers. She uses kettle,
Yeah.
air fryer. Nothing takes a lot, right? She has solar geysers and gas stoves.
So what do you need all that power for?
And that's exactly what I told her. I was like, listen, she's obviously I hear in her voice that she's not happy with this. And I was like, okay, listen, first of all, this is rough. Why? Why would this guy say this? I was like, what are you running? She tells me, then goes with the list. This is what she's running and everything. Okay, whoa. What you're describing to me, a 10 kVA can easily do this. I mean, a 10 kVA is pushing too much.
10,000 watts.
10 kVA is pushing too much, actually. But, I mean, you said you wanted surplus. 10 kVA is perfect. 10 kilowatt hour would give you easily like 20 plus hours. Running, let's say really pushing it, you can still get more than 12 hours out of your battery. You're just using the battery during nighttime.
Yeah.
Nights on 12 hours. And I gave her like 650 watt panels, 10 of them. That's what I quoted her. And that came out with all of the installation, like I said, 184. When I went and I matched the system of this guy, so I went and I matched the system,
Yeah.
15 kVA, right? So it didn't go 16 kVA. I said, listen, 16, let me just show you. 15 kVA, also 20 kilowatt hour batteries, 650 watt panels. I did 16 of them. So it came up also like 11,000,
Yeah, same wattage, yeah, on the
11,200 watts, right?
Yeah.
Basically the same system with our installation, with delivery, everything and maintenance plan. Us doing everything from Gauteng to Uppington. It still came in at 289,000 Rand. That's already a massive system, and I still came in at a lower price than the competition, which is local. People are really riding the solar train and
Yeah.
and like abusing it, and that's the thing. And this guy, I mean, he's quoted on a phone. Great, you quoting on a Samsung that has a 10-year warranty.
Wrong?
Great, you've got a 10-year warranty. You're quoting on batteries that have a 10-year warranty, panels that have a 12-year warranty or 11-year warranty. Great,
But do
okay.
people know that it's not? It's like, okay, something goes wrong. Here's the
fixes
question.
it?
Yeah. Who do you call? Who honors the
Who are you
warranty?
gonna call?
No, seriously, like who honors the warranty?
Yeah, it's a warranty
If you
means
honestly
jack
think,
shit.
if you want to tell me that you are gonna phone up Sunsync, you're gonna phone up Expert, you're gonna phone up any other number of brands we use, Arbel and JA. So you honestly think that you're gonna just phone them up and go, hey, this
Come to
thing
my
is a
house.
problem. You know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say, contact your installer.
They're gonna say like, oh,
And then you call your installer and it goes, the number you have dialed does not exist.
that's
Yeah,
that's
what
rough.
happens. That's really
That's rough.
Do you know how many systems you replace? How many times we go out to people, Yaku? And I see this because I'm like I go to all of our shops and I see what's going on and stuff. And when I go to the workshop, there's tons of stuff that people install and they think, oh yeah, it's easy. They'll watch a YouTube video of some oak doing a DIY thing, and then they'll do it honestly. And then the thing is, like, people will buy into that.
Well, that's the sad part, right? So the
And
thing
then you
is,
call, no, what's sad is
Okay.
you call them, then you call the person that was responsible for this, and then you either get like a really defensive kind of a person,
Yes, y'all.
or you get somebody that like just flat out ignores you, blocks your number, stuff like that, and then moves on with their lives.
says it's your problem.
Basically, that is the worst. That's like the worst about all of it. Because the thing is, like, a lot of the times what these people do is they don't, like, I remember when I was a youngster, when I was a young Okie, I got this incredible advice. Can I share this with
Yeah.
the audience and you, Jaco?
Yes, please.
So the advice that I got was it was more like a question and then followed by an answer. And the question is, Yaku, what is the most dangerous person in this world?
Wolverine.
No, seriously though.
Okay.
What's the most dangerous person in this world? I'll
Okay.
tell you.
Okay.
It's a person that, follow this, it's a person that does not know that they do not know. The most dangerous person in the world is a person that does not know that they do not know. That's the most dangerous person. Somebody that thinks that they know, but in actual fact, they really don't. Those are some dangerous people. Those are some dangerous people.
It's like someone that's
especially
wrong
in our
and
industry.
doesn't that they would fight to death saying they're not. It's like everybody
No,
else knows.
they just
It's that
plain and simple.
frustration.
They're just dumb, right? They don't know they don't know that they are doing something which is really dangerous. They don't know that they're doing something wrong. They don't know that they don't know. They think they know, and that's the problem, right? Because they really don't, right?
Have you ever argued with a person like that before?
Yes, many times. When I was young, I was doing I was in the security industry, and I was the youngest qualified inspector for some products, and I did this at a really young age. I did this at 17, and I know it's weird, right? But I started working super young, and I remember fondly having these arguments with people 2, 3, 4 times, 2, 3 times my age, right? And these people, it's like the kind of security, right? That I won't really like go into too much detail now. The kind of security that I was doing was pretty dangerous. I mean, people can get hurt. And you find these people that they've been doing it for 10 years, so they know.
Yes.
I get that you've been doing it for 10 years, but I don't mean to be insulting,
But
uncle.
you've been doing it wrong
But you've
for
been
10
doing
years.
it wrong for 10 years, right?
Basically.
My advice would be pick up a SANS regulation book, right?
Yes.
My advice would be go on some sort of a course. My advice would be to get like the correct information and paperwork, behind you, so that you know when you're doing something incredibly irresponsible, right? Like I remember we went to a site and it was so dumb. The earth leakage is so important. It's such a crucial little
obviously.
component in a DB board.
Power needs place
And
to
the thing
escape.
kept tripping of the system that they installed. So the obvious remedy is let's just disconnect the earth leakage and bypass it, but we'll keep it in there so it looks like it's got an earth leakage, but now there's no earth leakage.
That's not the obvious. That's the wrong
Well,
solution.
yeah, but that's the reasoning of some people. So the most dangerous person, Yaku, especially if you are dealing with stuff that's really dangerous, The most dangerous person in this world is someone that does not know that they do not know. People that are, that do dumb things like they go on their phone and send people quotes. Stuff like that. And then where you go, okay.
I don't want to see his installation jobs, to be honest. I don't want to.
That will be probably
we've had
somebody
our
that
fair
like
share of-
YouTubes it before they go.
We've had a fair share of people that we have a fair share of seeing people doing jobs that are
But that's
really
fine.
sketchy.
You know what we do every single time? We rock up like a knight in shining armor. We replace systems, and then we give people a maintenance plan, like you were talking about earlier. Give people a maintenance plan where we come out 3 times a year, we service your unit, all parts are covered, everything's fine, your unit's constantly running perfect, your installation is proper, you're sitting there, you're watching the rugby, there's load shedding, you hear people scream and you think, is there something wrong with the DSTV?
I didn't see a try.
I didn't see a try.
Basically.
Did the guys knock the ball? I don't
You're
know.
standing in the rooms like you hear people screaming, like, what happened?
What's going
Like,
on now?
nothing.
And then you look out the window and you see darkness.
You
And
see
you go,
nothing.
oh, I get it. All right. So, yeah, that's pretty much what we do.
I can understand the frustration with like speaking to someone that doesn't know that they don't know. Like for me now, I mean, it would be as an example, and I know that most people would relate to this. If you argue, for example, right, with let's say your wife, or hear me out. So one day,
Doesn't your wife watch this?
yeah, she does.
Okay.
But we laugh.
Choose your
We
words.
laugh about this. Okay. So me and my wife, we would sometimes. I mean, you're married. You argue about dumb shit every now and then, right? And now I'm speaking to her.
Well,
Sometimes
you ask
it
her
doesn't-
opinion,
it
it's
doesn't
not
feel
dumb shit.
dumb in the moment. Trust
Yeah.
me. In the moment, it's very real.
Yeah.
It's very serious.
it's super.
And later during the day, or like during the next year,
Yeah.
it then it becomes funny.
A year or 2 down the line.
Eventually,
you
when-
remember that time? And then she's mad all over again.
When I'm allowed to sleep back in the house again, like-
basically.
Anyway, so we would then talk about weird stuff that is like. I would find it sometimes a lot of times I find things to be not so serious. So
Yeah.
I would take things lightly, and then she would get mad. But she gets mad in that sense, like she would say something that insults you,
Yeah.
and then like
Yo, you offended, yo.
like
Cease.
take back what you said,
Cease.
and then she would feel like it's not like rude, but then she would feel like okay, what she said was totally justified, and it's fine. I was like. And then we would sit there looking at each other. I'd be like, so you're going to apologize. And then
Just no.
all hell breaks loose. And it's like, she's right. I'm like, okay, I get this. And then sometimes it turns
Are
around.
you trying to say that you arguing with someone that does not know?
That she's wrong.
They do not know. Yo, this is so wrong. I'm gonna just exclude myself from this one. I'm gonna say because my wife watches this as well.
I love you.
So, Leafy, I love you. You are so beautiful. Wow. That was a rough one, yeah. But I like the.
It's the honest truth, because the fact is, how many people have experienced, not like necessarily in your marriage,
Yes.
right? But it's true. It's hitting home.
Yeah.
You have had this conversation with a oak in a parking lot
Yeah.
that has that parks in the disabled spot. That's one example. Because then you'd say, "Yay,
Get out.
get out," and then they say, "Why? It's a parking spot.
Literally.
It's disabled." Like I don't see you limping, boot. It's like
just be like, honestly, like that is like honest. You know what, eh? I deal with so many people.
I must say something now.
Hey?
Like, I'll cripple you. then I'll be okay with it.
That was a rough joke.
That's right.
But no, look, I think everyone deals with people that really don't know that they don't know. But I think that's like kind of it's like load shedding. It's just there.
It's like, what can you do?
Doesn't have to be though, right? Like load shedding doesn't have to be there for only 2,749 a month. Right? Load shedding doesn't have to be a thing, as well as dealing with people that don't know that they don't know. Again, Sable energy.
Just, yeah.
So my advice would be is to seek advice from people that know that they know. And
Yes.
then be cautious of the people that don't know that they don't know. And a telltale sign of somebody that does not know that they do not know is somebody that sends you a quote from, Apple Notes. It's probably
Pages.
it's probably
Good
a
indication.
good little red flag there where you go,
It's a
"Yes,
screenshot. How do you not
Screenshot,
It's a screenshot.
eh?
You see the battery, the Wi-Fi. Like,
couldn't he at least have cropped it?
Nah.
Doesn't he know how crop
clearly not.
works?
Clearly not. I don't know. I really don't know.
Did at least take away the keypad? Was
I
it-
think the keypad only like appears when
we
you
just
like
took like a little
tap
thing.
on
It's
the-
just
on the
like a
text.
little thing.
I'll show you what it looks like.
I want to see this.
It's on my laptop, right? So
Really rough.
I'll go. We can actually like zoom in on this.
We're gonna
person's
show
name.
it somewhere here, but we're gonna blur out the company's name. Justin says yes.
I'm sharing
You can
this
definitely-
now
I want to see.
to Justin so that he
No,
can.
no, I
ju-
want to see. I want to see.
Okay.
You'll share it to him now. Yeah, that's proper. On
Literally.
notes, eh? That's like really.
That's
on
notes, eh?
That's really. That is.
That's
on
like
notes. You are
it's
not
legit
lying.
on notes. Check
That's
the
like
batteries
notes.
up there, Wi-Fi's up there.
That's like notes.
That's like notes. That's like bad. How do you like if you like open
Yeah.
this full screen on your phone and you like tap the screen so that all your things go away? It looks like you're holding another phone.
That is rough. Yeah,
That's how straight up screenshot this is. Justin will show this as well if he hasn't already. It's just
That
and
is
then and just look at this, right?
That's redonkulous.
It's just like look at the pricing. Just look at the whole
That's
telephone number is
ridiculous.
like 00000 zeros all over. We'll just blur out the
Yeah, well,
name.
that's
We'll just blur
rough.
out the name of the actual
no,
customer.
but it's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, look.
And then 301, 301,000, and it requires just this last tidbit. The quote's valid for 14 days. It requires a 90% deposit on the day of accepting the quote.
Mm-hmm.
It requires you to pay 90% of this before he does anything. 90%. Hectic.
I'm trying to like find something to help. I don't know why, but I'm trying to like help him out.
Like
but-
I get the fact that you can buy things full price online. You can. It's just that sometimes when I'm buying something online, I want it to feel good. Look legit. For example, have you seen what our quotes look like? Just as fun.
That looks sexy.
It looks sexy. It looks so nice. It looks professional. T's and C's, everything is there, right? Now you're looking at this. I'm looking at a screenshot. I'm looking at a totally professional screenshot,
Very professional.
Very professional. Even as like a line which says client signature and everything.
That's really cool.
It's so
Those
dope.
are like hard to do.
Those are
Don't you have
so-
to press like shift and then
underscore a few of them. Yes, I don't know.
you can even you can just go underscore.
Is it underscore? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
underscore, yeah.
underscore. Yeah. So for me, looking at this as a user, as a buyer,
Would you pay 300
I
grand to
won't.
somebody that sends you that?
I won't pay $1,000 deposit on that. I won't even pay anything. I won't even talk. This is me. If I buy something, it just has to look, legit for me. Is this a screenshot? And then the thing is, you get people that do. Let's say this now. Let's take at the other end of the spectrum, right? We have great competitive pricing. We have great payment options like the rent to own, lay-by, cash, card, credit, budget line, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we also have amazing systems that we use to make things look better. And then we have a great operations team, everything in line to make a purchase look and feel great and give you the best experience as a customer, because that's what we're obsessed with, is a great customer experience.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Why are you so passionate about Sable Energy? Where does it come from?
For
Can
me.
you, just tell me like a story.
Okay. Just, why am I?
Yo, why
I
are you so
think-
passionate? You're always so passionate and so intense about Sable Energy. Like, where does it come from?
I think for me, so for me, what I have gone through, I haven't gone through a rough life. I just wanted a place where I know that I can achieve achieve my potential that I
Yeah.
can work for.
That's fair.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to what I want to put in, what I keep putting into a company, I always feel like there has to be fruit that gets reaped. Not just for me, for the company, for the people that are with me, my team, and then personally for me, my wife, and then obviously now my child that's on the way as well.
Congratulations again, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Papa
for
Jaco.
Dankie jongman.
Plezier, Wim. Even though I'm older than you, plezier, Wim.
Dankie. For
Doesn't
me,
look like it though. Hey, just a side note. Sorry.
doesn't look like because I'm
I'm
like
older than Jaco.
yeah, basically. Not a
He
lot.
looks like a Wim,
Not a lot though.
and I look like a lighty.
You're not a lot older than me though. Like 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
Yes, sure. No, wait.
I'm basically a Wim.
Isn't it-
Why are you calling me Jaco? Why aren't you calling me Wim Jaco?
Isn't that rule like generally 10 years and older?
I don't care.
I don't know. Is it? Like we could
Yeah,
have.
like 10 years or
That's the
something.
thing. If you think about it, if we were in the same, we would have been in the same school at the same time. I would
Yeah.
maybe have been like, you would be matric and I'd be grade 9.
Yeah. Well, if
Why would I
that's-
call you
yeah.
uncle?
Because I'm in matric and you're in grade 9.
I would call you senior.
You literally the other day started like shifting classes, whistling. But like, what makes you, truly now, what makes you so passionate? You told me it's for your family, your colleagues, being part of something. But like, what drives you? What motivates you? Tell me about you.
I feel for me, what drives me about Sable Energy is when I started here at Sable Energy, I was looking for something that I can really live out, me, what I can do, what I feel like I can really reach people. I've always had a passion, like a serious passion for helping people and just, giving solutions, trying to make people feel better and also just being there, just trying to help people. When I was working,
That's nice.
originally I studied for drafting
Yeah.
and I got my full qualifications and I was looking for work. And it's a difficult market to find a drafting job because if you really want to get like a massive good job, you have to be like in either architecture, in civil, in construction, and sometimes mechanical, depends on what type of class, or like mining. These are the types of levels. So without like really going too deep about it, a lot of these industries are very tough for a ill-experienced 20-year-old young man to just like get a job in a massive company and make a life for himself. No one was hiring me. No one was giving me a chance. I was like, okay, you know what? Let's. I have to start somewhere. I was very blessed that during the time in lockdown when I was 20, we were busy, in our house, just I say chilling, but I was finishing up my studies. I also then met my wife during lockdown.
Good
moved,
for you.
Oh, I was blessed on Facebook, no less.
Facebook works, it's not just for old people.
No, it's not. It's for the right people. I'm joking. I'm not going to promote Facebook. It's a cool place, cool platform. Anyway, I met her, started chatting, and then she's in Rustenburg. So I basically used the job where my mother worked. I used her like permits to get over the border because she's in the northwest. I was in Gauteng, and getting serious. And then I was like, okay, well, I need to get a job because I would like to stay, in the general area because it's very far. Looked for jobs, drove around with her father because her father works as a mine rep. Kept looking for jobs on the mines, Impala. There was Bafokeng, Royal Bafokeng, Platinum Mines as well. Like a lot, like the big mines. There's so many contractors as well. I was like, chucking CVs just everywhere, trying to get a drafting job. And then I saw a great ad, like they want someone no experience, sales job at a car dealership. I worked for Ford in Rustenburg.
Oh, nice.
And it was I didn't know anything about sales. Like nothing. But the joy I experienced when I would get someone a car, they're happy, they're buying a car, and I'm just chatting with them, having fun, just having a joy. And they sign the papers, they drive off in that car, the smiles I saw. This was for me like, okay, well, I just sold the car, but I changed the life. For me, that was like fun.
Yeah.
And then I was, from that, the probation ended, and the probation didn't continue. I have discussed with you as well. Very fun times. And I was then looking for jobs again. Once again with my father-in-law. That time, not my father-in-law, but I was looking for jobs again, drafting. And I got a drafting job in Pretoria.
Pretoria.
Yeah, Pretoria.
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 In
Just
Centurion.
Pretoria.
In Centurion.
Pretoria.
in churras?
Centurion.
Centurion.
Thank you.
It's not Pretoria.
It's just Pretoria.
Pretoria.
And Centurion.
Centurion. Why the R?
Because that's how people talk.
Okay. So in Centurion, I got a job. So in
I
Centurion, I
use
got
my
a job.
swear word. Flippin' hell.
Okay. Score. So for me, I got a job as a draftsman,
Yeah.
working there for 6 months, and I realized, you know what? This is not, it's not what I want. You know when it's like you think you're on the right path, you got everything planned out, then you actually start, and it's not what I planned out. I was like, but I want to help people. I want to help people again. And I actually found out during that time that we did like these psychiatric tests, like I'm fitted for a sales position. I was like, okay, cool. Looked for a sales job, didn't get a good one.
Suited.
I was suited. There we go. Best suited.
Fitted.
Fitted. I'm a fitting. I was best suited for a sales position. And I was like, okay, well, makes sense. I love sales. I love talking to people. I can talk a lot. And
Oh, really?
Well, I've learned now that in sales, it's not about talking a lot. It's about listening more.
There we
There
go.
we go. So
But I was just listening intently.
listening intently, indeed.
Yeah.
And I went and I was like, okay, this is something I love. It's helping people. It's passionate. I found the ad for Sable Energy, and there was you already advertised for the Centurion shop. Before the Centurion shop was actually open, you advertised. I was like, okay, this is so cool. I went to the first Sable Energy like retail store shop in Isando. For me, it was so cool. I really liked that. So it just looked so cool, this industrial modern space. And I saw this grass Sable sign, which I broke, by the way.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
This grass Sable sign was beautiful. I was like, I really like this. I walked
think
in.
I'm gonna break it.
I'm gonna mess this up. I'm gonna just destroy it. Now, I walked in and I knew what I was coming in for. It was a sales position. It was solar. It was energy, and I liked it. I liked the idea of really changing people's lives. It's the same thing that I work and strive for today. Still to change the lives of people. Just to have that experience brought to them. A good experience, because a lot of people I've heard so many people that have told me over the phone like, I've been scammed, I've had this happen to me, I've like this, and I'm like, that's such bad experience. And I think to myself as a person, like, I can't believe I wouldn't be able to, knowingly go to like, okay, pay 50,000 rand and I'll just disappear with your money. That's just horrible, and a lot of it happens in.
A lot of people don't have a conscience.
They don't, and for me, I was like, I want to help people. This is a massive problem in our country, and I still want to help people. I still strive to help people. And when I walked into it's 2 floors now. So we have talked about it. So the first floor, it's like an open plan. It's not like closed doors or anything. There's literally one door, the entrance, and it like echoes. If you like, not echoes. It's just you hear everything. And I was sitting on the couch, and I hear you speaking, and I'm like early for the interview. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I like come out, like, hello, and you're like, I'm just busy with training. I was like, okay, and I'm sitting, and then I hear you give training, and then I heard the passion you had. Already speaking about, what are you, like lionesses? Because it was just the two ladies as the salespeople that time. And then I was like, wow, okay, that just sounds good. That sounds like they like their job. It's just a good environment, and that is what I still buy into every day. Is like that environment. That's what I want every single day, and it's what I work to create as well. And I go into the interview, and I'm like shaking. So it was middle of winter. It was hell. It's not. I can't even say hell cold. I mean, during even the North.
Flippin' cold.
It was flippin' cold. Okay, it was freezing. I was freezing, very cold. And I ride the bike, and I didn't have gloves, so my hands were very cold. And I get there, and I'm shaking, and I was cold at the start. And as I was speaking to you, talking more and more and more, it's like I start shaking more. You even asked me like, "Why are you shaking?" I was like, "No, I'm just excited." Yeah. And then as you were speaking, I was just honest with you, and I feel for me this passion about Sable Energy is first. It started when I heard. The passion that you translate to the others. me coming from, previous work experiences, I didn't have that type of passion. I mean, there was leadership in the previous work that I had. There was also hostility in other workspaces, and I didn't know this. It was different. And then when I started working, I was like, okay, this is completely. I've never thought about a workspace feeling like, you're home. You where you want to be, where you meant to be. And for me, that's what really drives me still to this day for Sable Energy is like we should always strive to make an environment for people that work here like, listen, hey, this is where you belong. As long as you keep giving your everything, this is where you will stay. And we got your back. And that's how I constantly felt in Sable. And then I got that same passion like, hey, buy a unit from us because this is what you're supposed to get. And this is what you've been looking for your whole life. And we got your back as long as you go with us. And that same energy was constantly and that's why I always get so passionate. When I see people get ripped off, bad choices, stuff like this, I'm like, yes, man. Can't we just help you? That's why we call advisors. Can't we just advise you to the right direction? Can't we just change your life? Can't you just listen? Can't you just take this solution? Because, we have it right here. Just come here. Come here. Just like, and the sad part is like you want to just tell people like, just open your eyes. Let's give you, that's why we tell people all about these things that you don't think about, these numbers. And we try to help open your eyes because there's a wall in front of your eyes in South Africa. And I'm passionate about it because I would love you to just understand that you don't have to go through this shit that we're going through in South Africa. And that's why I'm so passionate about, I love sales. It's a great profession. It's noble. It's such a great environment for you to just really have fun. You get to talk to people all day. You get to know so many new faces, hear so many different voices, hear so many different stories. If you just care about the person that you're talking to. I get other salespeople just want to make a deal. I love, and I always say this, I don't just go into close deals. I go to open relationships. Nice. And I love doing that because that's how I feel like I'm helping, just like giving. And that's why I always feel passionate and so intense when I see other people just taking others for granted.
Yeah.
Like we were hammering the guy with the cell phone quote now. Because the sad thing for me is that you get people that do that on the other side of the spectrum where they quote like this and they quote half of our price, for example, okay? Or they quote a quarter of our price, which is like these crazy prices for like the same type of system, if not bigger.
Yeah.
People look at these quotes, they just see the number and they're like, I'm going to pay this and I'm going to buy this. And then it's also like pay a 90% deposit or something like that. Oh, great, that's just, man, it's not, let's pay. It's gone.
Like a fart in the wind.
Like a fart in the just gone, leaves a bad smell. That's basically that. And
but
then
like every time I hear that, it's like you want to go away from ESCOM, but then you run toward people that are like ESCOM.
Yeah, worse. Oh, well, not worse. ESCOM takes your money constantly as well and gives you nothing in return. Yeah, that's
it's the same thing.
the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yaku, knock, knock.
Who's there?
ESCOM.
ESCOM who?